Remember for yourself, your cough button, your quiet button.
That's if I
That's how you talk to them.
talked.
That's how you cough.
That's how I cough. Yeah, I guess last night did we start early in the second quarterfinals because this was going on?
Can move all those cords if you need to. There you go. Yeah, scroll down a little bit more and you'll get all the stuff you're looking for there. We'll have another one for you tomorrow. We just forgot for today.
Okay. It takes me 5 minutes to look up a stat that you can do in 1 second.
Remember, too, hey, Winthrop coach Chuck Ray said this. Campbell coach Greg Gorel emphasizes this. Try not to say she and her, but Lily Listico is good at X. Chloe Cook can do Y. Campbell needs to focus on this. Winthrop has to do this to play well. I am not seeing enough of this from Winthrop. That's why they're falling behind in this set. We welcome you to Gore Arena for Championship Semifinal Saturday here in Big South Conference Volleyball. The winners on to the finals. Number 3 seed Winthrop, winners of 7 straight, taking on the host team, the Campbell Camels. They went 14-2 in the regular season, and these squads are about as hot as any teams in the Big South. Here with Tammy Freeze, I'm Evan Budrovich. Tammy, 2 teams playing excellent level of volleyball today. What will it take to reach Championship Sunday?
These teams just have to serve and pass game really well. They're going to want to have an effective attack, something we haven't seen yet, I think, in the tournament. Lots of great defense, and we'll see who can really capitalize on their offense.
This Winthrop club started slow in conference play, 4-5 overall, but the return of some top targets. Brooklyn Thomas back in the lineup. Jana Owens, the center, returns. Health certainly a key for Winthrop today.
Yes, Campbell has not seen this Winthrop team that is here. Jana Owens, such a big part of this team, the only captain, as head coach Chuck Ray said, of a team of 20, and she truly is their leader and glue for everything that they want to accomplish.
You mentioned momentum for Campbell, 10-1 in this building. How do they pick up an 11th win today?
They just want to continue what they've been doing, which is really just spreading their offense amongst all their players. They set the middles, they set the outsides. They just do a good job of balancing who they set to, and I think that's going to be tough for Winthrop to key in on who they need to shut down.
So for Winthrop, led by Coach Chuck Ray, this lineup features Morgan Bossler on the first team all-conference. You see Nakia Benitez on the second team, a club that's playing its best volleyball here right now.
Yes, Nakia Benitez, just so much experience, a 5th-year senior. She hits so hard, and she's just going to be a tough person to try to slow down. You're not going to stop someone like her, but to slow her down will be important for Campbell.
Campbell, meanwhile, the home squad, second team all-conference. Sarah Kalla features on the outside, and Clarence Fector was not part of the all-conference team, but an excellent libero. She'll be critical in Campbell's passing game today.
Clarence, such a good libero, just reads the court really well. She makes plays for Campbell, and it's going to be so important to have her with that ball control.
Maddie Miner finished second in the conference in aces this year and gets us underway with first serve. Here's an overpass on the serve and dumped down by Melody Page, the junior middle.
Maddie Miner has been a tough server all of her years here at Campbell and leads up there in aces for the conference.
Miner averages 2 aces per match. She's second in the conference. And a deep service error. The magic number for this Campbell squad, 50-50 serves to errors. They were locked in when these teams last met on October 12th. The Campbells had 6 aces to only 2 errors.
It's really a balance of wanting to be aggressive, but you have to keep the ball in.
Nice serve as Miner keeps it up. We have a net violation and an early point on the double touch from Miner. This Winthrop team, excellent match last night. 4-set win over Presbyterian. Tammy, not a great night hitting, but 97 digs. Such a scrappy team defensively.
That's why you see teams hitting the efficiency so low against them. I mean, really scrappy on defense.
Good serve by Elena Jansky, and it's free over from Fector. Owens tees it up in the middle. She's one of the best setters in this league. 10 assists, but that serve into the net. As you expect, 2-2 early in this first set. It's kind of fitting, 25th all-time meeting between these clubs. And the last time they met in the tournament was Championship Sunday 2 years ago. 2 years later, a trip to the finals as Chloe Cook serves in long. How important will service be in this matchup?
Very important for just getting into that flow. You want to get that ball in. Like I said, aggressiveness. Campbell trying to be aggressive, take Winthrop out of the passing game. What's interesting though, even when Winthrop doesn't make a good pass, they're really good at setting out of system sets.
Here's Madison Gorniak, one of 3 liberos that Chuck Ray's leaned on this year. She's more the defensive rotation this time, and Bossler with the roof.
Morgan Bossler showing why she is such a good middle blocker. Just when you think you have space as a middle attacker on the other side, she's taking up that space.
Morgan Bossler in this defense, 3rd in the conference in blocks. That's why she's on the first team all-conference this year for Chuck Ray. Her 3rd time being named all-conference. Green off of hands. That'll be the key. Can Winthrop slow down Layla Green in this matchup? Led the Camels in kills during the regular season. Owens goes outside and the touch into the net for Carly Shepard, the true freshman. Neither of these teams very tall or physical at the net, but both coaches emphasizing the importance of their middles sliding over and stopping some of those outside attacks. Sarah with the float serve, challenging Gorniak. And into the block, Page slows down Bossler.
Just as you said, Evan, Melody Page making a great move out to combine with Layla Green here for that block. Nice press over the net by Layla Green.
So Kala with her 2nd straight serve. Owens, who averages 11 assists per set, and that is just out. Nearly down the line for a kill. Carly Shepard, what a strong freshman campaign, but a tight angle going down line.
Yes, and you see some powerful swings here, but they're definitely trying to place the ball. Winthrop and Campbell players making some interesting shots early on.
Sarah Kala ended her season 7 of her last 9 matches in double-figure kills. Her serves are just as effective as that's punched over by Shepard. Great save, Benitez. Winthrop so scrappy, 97 digs last night. They ranked 5th in the country in digs per set. There's a return for Ananda Patterson. Back set to Green, scooped up, and the dump is recovered by Miner. Patterson's turn, cross court to Benitez. Bossler into the net, and Campbell's front row making a presence in this first set.
Nice setups by Campbell on the block, forcing Winthrop to try to make some shots that's leading to errors for them.
Here's Sarah Kala, just the 13th player in Big South history to be named 4-time All-Conference. She was a 2nd team member here in the fall. A freshman herself, Shepard, nearly finds the floor, and a great save by Page. Here's Shepard again, the most improved player on this roster according to Chuck Ray, her head coach. And Green, off hands, dug up perfectly. And down to the court, Shepard on the beautiful save by Gorniak.
Gorniak, a defensive specialist for Winthrop, another key player for Winthrop. She does some amazing things. Great dig to keep them in that play.
So Winthrop hangs around with a great save. 5th in the country digs per set. Here's another for Benitez. It goes over, and a second dig. Jansky keeps it up. Oh my goodness. Drama in set 1 as Page terminates.
And that's a key to Campbell's strategy. What they do well that teams have had problems with is Campbell running their middle, especially in transition play like that, and getting a ball to Melody Page for her to put it away is just so important.
Neither team hitting above 100. Every swing difficult. It's a good serve by Emily Mitter, the sophomore from Redondo Beach. Mitter in motion to Patterson. Off the hands of Bossler and down for the point. It's the first kill for Ananda. How important is the presence of Ananda Patterson, especially in this last month of the season?
Ananda Patterson is such an effective blocker. That's why she is so important on that right side. She's going up against the opponent's outsides who get a lot of attempts.
Benitez, who plays all 6 rotations, plays it across to Bossler. Mitter pushes to Green, and an antenna touch. Winthrop with the point. And Tammy, nothing has come easy here in this first set. When these teams met on October 12th in this building, Campbell won convincingly in 4 sets. Winthrop won the second. Campbell pulled away in the 3rd and 4th. Wilson to the floor in system, and that's where Mitter can set her up nicely.
Campbell again running their middles. Nice 31 set there to Haley Wilson. She had a lot of space on that and didn't really have to swing all that hard to score there.
Campbell ranks 3rd in the country in assists per set, trailing just Ohio State. That 6-2 system has really paid off. Mitter checks in here. Patterson cross court and beats the defense of Jansky for the kill. That's her second.
And you see Ananda here. Nice line shot. Nikita Benitez leaving her for Winthrop, leaving her quite a bit of space. And that was a nice turn down the line by Patterson.
Take the timeout. Campbell leads by 4 here in set 1.
Power isn't born, it's built over time. For over 65 years, Hercules Tires has been providing the muscle to move more drivers. Whatever the vehicle, whatever the terrain, and we back it with a powerful protection plan. So wherever the road or the trail takes you, we have the selection, value, and strength to get you there. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
Big things are happening this year across the South, from the mountains to the coast. The fast are getting faster. The strong are getting stronger. And the best is getting better. Get ready to raise your expectations. Get ready for something big. Ingalls, a proud sponsor of Big South Sports.
Head coach Greg Gorel in year 9 is off to his best record ever in Big South play, 14-2. He only had 1 vote for Big South Conference Coach of the Year, but what an impressive season from Gorel.
Absolutely, and I think Coach Gorel really finding his stride, and he's been able to recruit some really great athletes into his program over the last couple of years especially.
He lands 3 on the all-conference team, and Benitez off the block of Wilson. Boy, Nakia Benitez, 246 kills this year. Such a dangerous weapon for Winthrop. Now Jana Owens, the senior setter, to serve. She missed a critical 3-week stretch with an ankle injury, but is back at full speed. And that's been a huge presence for Winthrop. We're on a 5-1, leaning on Owens. Good recovery on the swing from Brooklyn Thomas. Green from the back row, dug up. Thomas again, down line for the points.
Powerful swing from Brooklyn Thomas. Winthrop's really needed her back in their lineup too to provide some more offense from the other side of the net.
Thomas was the freshman of the year last season. There's a service error for Owens. This year, again, missed 3 weeks with injury in October, but she's been back and averaged 14 kills a match last week. Here's Clarion Fector to serve. The honorable mention, all libero. A lot of people in this conference saying that Fector may be the most effective defensive player in the league. That time she couldn't get to that one. Kill for Benitez. What are you seeing so far, Tammy, from this first set?
This is a really good dig. Some service errors, though, for sure, early on.
And an ace for Benitez that time.
Yeah, some interesting swings. I think now the hitters that we passed, point 10, they're getting a little bit more confident in their swings, starting to hit more powerfully.
Greg Gorels initiated a challenge to check this call. It looked in on first glance. Let's take a look.
And remember, Evan, if the ball hits any part of the line, it is in. This can often be hard to tell if the ball bounces right outside the line. Like that. I need it slower actually to see.
Yeah, let's run that back from that first angle, because the wide angle and slow motion may tell you the best here. As our officials check this call, it's a critical swing point in this first set. Robert Kyle, the official in charge of that.
Each coach getting 2 challenges for the match. And if the call goes in their favor, they get to keep it. But in this case, it stays with Winthrop.
So the Eagles win the challenge. Campbell's down 1 early challenge in this first set. How do you feel about the decision there from Greg Gorel early in the match, first set, using one of his challenges in this moment?
I think where Coach Gorel's coming from is they want to take the first set. You want to have that momentum for the first set, and so if they felt pretty confident, you could use that challenge. Now it's going to be interesting as the game extends. Are you going to want to have that challenge back for something later?
Nakia Benitez on the miss, kind of fitting with a review call. Goes back and forth with points. So Maddie Miner in to serve. Not only second in the conference in aces, top 50 in the country in total aces. Owens on a beautiful back set. Now Miner comes to the front row and dumps it down. Maddie Miner led all setters this year in kills. She adds to it right there.
Maddie Miner is so effective of being a back row setter, able to jump up but not cross above the net and make a kill.
It's her 33rd kill, all in plays just like that. Owens tight to the net. And a great dig by Miner, but that goes out of play. Carly Shepard with her 3rd kill of the set.
Carly Shepard really working the edges of the block there. That's really a great thing to do when you're going up against a big block.
Chuck Ray has known Carly since she was 12 years old, loved her development, and as a true freshman has shined late in the season. Kala pushes off the hands and finds the floor for Brooklyn Thomas. It's a creative touch there from Kala.
What's been impressive about Sarah Kala this year is the way she has mixed up her shots. Always known for her ability to swing with so much power, but she's really developed a finesse for her game in her senior season.
Miner kept that ball alive somehow. Owens in system. Down the pipe for the kill. Thomas responds. That's her 2nd. Back and forth we go in set 1.
And I like this play because you have Morgan Bossler coming in on a quick temp, and then you have Brooklyn Thomas with that back quick tempo set.
Jana Owens so effective at setting up her offense. 55th in the country in assists. Everyone's chasing Sydney Hall of Wisconsin. She averaged 13 assists a match as Kala splits the double, and it's kept up. Miner right back to her. And a rocket to the floor. The all-conference outside hitter with her 4th kill.
Sarah Kala just so powerful. Can't get over how hard she hits the ball. And she's only really, I think, listed at 5'11", so it's not like she's the biggest player in the gym, but she gets up and just bangs it.
Saracala, 4th in Campbell history in career kills. And Carly Shepard sneaks it through the block. That's a good cross-court shot.
That's an impressive hit by Carly Shepard, a freshman, to see that. What we call often kind of a 4-to-4 call it, for that coaches will call it, but a thumb down, like really having to work to hit that sharp cross.
Patterson off the tip of Benitez and an overshot her target in Jansky. So Campbell in set 1 hitting 230, Winthrop below 100, but the scrappy defense of Winthrop's kept him in it.
Ananda Patterson hitting a quick tempo out in the middle there, but she is their right side hitter, and she has transitioned well from really being a middle hitter her career until this season where they moved her to the right side, but she's been very effective.
Recruited as a middle from Chicago, moved to that position in the summer, and really gained some explosiveness in the gym in the offseason. Here's Owens going middle to Bossler, and another kill for Morgan Bossler. She results in over 40% of the points for Winthrop. That's her first kill of this set. So Bossler back to serve. This is where she's effective as well. 18 aces, 275 kills. Let's not forget 75 blocks. Does it all, and an ace for the senior. Tammy, what makes Bossler so effective?
She's so hard-working, I think, especially as a middle blocker. And you see, they let her serve here. She's got an aggressive float serve. She'll come in and play defense. And she just is key to stopping the opponent's attackers.
Patterson into a beautiful dig by Leah Metzger. Bossler has 350 points. That's the most on Winthrop's team. Does everything well. Another scrappy dig for the Eagles. That Benitez terminates to the near line. Nakia Benitez up to 3 kills, hitting a perfect 1,000.
This is such an impressive swing because Nikita Benitez didn't really get an approach. She just up, and I'm just going to pop it in here. Super sharp in front of the attack line.
Benitez was on the all-tournament team in 2019 when Winthrop won the title. Of course, that club went undefeated in conference play, something that had not been done in 5 years. High Point follows it up with an undefeated conference season. And this year, the top 3 teams all had 3 losses or less. Such a top-heavy conference. We'll see all 4 of those teams tonight.
It's going to be really interesting, and I think just a really competitive tournament, which is what we want to see.
Later tonight, A&T and High Point battled out. Winner of those 2 matches go to the finals. Cook, her first touch of the match, and Benitez scoops it alive. However, with double touch, and that's Jana Owens with the violation, so Campbell up 2.
And you know, if you're Campbell watching Winthrop, what happens on that tip, Nikita Benitez goes all the way over and takes that ball. That's part of their defensive strategy, but you got to know that that ball's going to go to the middle.
Owens tight to the net, takes a swing at it. Now Mitter feeds the back row, and Green launches long. Layla Green, who had 45 kills in the last Big South tournament, all-tournament team member, has 10 attacks and no points today for Campbell.
Sometimes it takes Layla Green, I think, a little bit to get into her flow. Back row attacking, not something that Campbell does often, but they will go to Layla Green. I think she just needs to finish her swing a little more.
Green so elusive in that tournament in 19, including 23 kills in a semifinal win over High Point. Good dig by Owens. Now Benitez from the 10-foot line. That is out, but she gets the hands of the net. So point Winthrop, we're even at 18.
Haley Wilson and Ananda Patterson set up on Benitez, but again, her swing, she's so fast, and if you're not quite pressed over, she's going to use you.
A 5-2 run for Winthrop. And a net violation, that's on the setter. So all of a sudden, Winthrop has taken the lead here with a late run in set 1. You mentioned the importance of winning set 1 for the home team. How vital would it be for Winthrop to suck the air out of this building here through 1 set?
Yes, either team taking that first set.
Oh, and a big block, Lily Lastico, right to your point.
Yes, that momentum switch all of a sudden is key. Oh, and Emily Mitter having to make that one-handed set to Wilson, and Wilson just hitting it back, but nice setup by Lastico.
So Chuck Ray, he's the reigning coach of the year in 19. His club had overcome a ton of injuries throughout the year. 3 starters out in the month of October. They're back, healthy, 7 straight wins. What's clicking for Winthrop as of late?
Well, definitely Jana Owens being back and having that 5-1 offense with her leading and setting it up. And then they're passing well. They're a solid passing team for sure. And therefore, because of that, they're hitting more efficiently, and that has definitely made a difference in the last matches that they've played.
So Winthrop comes storming into this tournament, a 4-0 run to take the lead. They won 6 straight to get to this conference tournament. And Tammy, this is why it matters, because the winner of this game has basically the glory seat. They get to watch the next opponent and gear up for the finals tomorrow at 4.
And get more rest as well. So these teams, they want to win, be able to scout the next one, and they get a little bit more rest, you could say, for the next day.
Who do you think has the upper hand tonight between High Point and A&T?
It's going to be really interesting in that match too. High Point, just that offensive team, a big team, but A&T showing that they're a really great blocking team.
A&T leads the conference in blocks. High Point leads the conference in hit percentage, so something has to give.
Something has to give.
And these are the 2 best defensive teams in digs per set. So something's got to give here. In set 1, Winthrop a 4-0 run to take the lead. Cook rolls it over the block. Now Benitez, who's been deadly from that line, is scooped up by Mitter. Cook into the net, no touch. Point Winthrop, and this is a 5-0 scoring spurt.
Campbell having trouble right here in this rotation, passing a better ball for Emily Mitter to set up an offense. And then not quite a great swing there on the out of system set for Chloe Cook.
Green struggled with the serve. Patterson does a good job before Metzger bumps it up. Oh, kept alive by Cook. Mitter back out to her. And Cook does not get hands. Oh, she does get hands at the net. So point Campbell. That stops a huge 5-0 run.
And Campbell will really need Chloe Cook here to make some plays and get some kills early on. That was a great swing, kind of up and high hands to the block. But you want to see her get the ball more and do something with it.
Both Cook and Fector on the honorable mention all-conference team. They join Carly Shepard on that squad, and an ace, first of the match. Clarence Fector scoops it up. Keep in mind, Campbell the best serving team in this league. Winthrop has 3 aces in this first set. Campbell just 1.
I think that they're trying to be strategic. Maybe Campbell's a little more timid on their passing right now. They're really challenging Layla Green.
Call it into the block in the hands of Listico. That's her 2nd rejection of the set. Lily Listico, part of a veteran senior class. 5 seniors, 2 fifth-year players electing to return, Bossler and Listico. Now Benitez, the fellow senior, on a nice serve. Cook off the roll shot. Thomas, the true sophomore, with a good tip drill. Owens tees it up near side. Shepard to the floor, and Winthrop 2 points from set 1.
And how about Nakia Benitez in the back row for Winthrop right now? Everything is going to her, and she is digging it up perfectly to the middle of the court.
Timeout Campbell as Winthrop pulls ahead. This is a 6-2 run right at the end of this set. What has changed for Winthrop all of a sudden offensively late in this set?
Winthrop has definitely found their flow with their offense. Their hitters are making some really big swings and smart shots. Campbell not getting the touches on the block for them. And Campbell's really just struggling right now in their serve receive. Winthrop, as you said, serving aggressively.
And here's how Winthrop has taken over in this set. It started with Shepard. And really, Tammy, the offense really balanced in set 1.
Yes, and you see her there. She is really working the different areas of the court.
4 kills on 9 swings for Shepard. She's taken over this match here in the first set.
And that's always impressive to see from a freshman.
So Nakia Benitez back to serve. Winthrop riding 2 aces in this set. And more importantly, they sided out 50% of the time. Minner in on rotation for Minor. And Kala, a deep roll shot that finds the floor. That's a critical third kill for Kala. Let's see what Maddie Minor has in store at the service line. Averages half an ace per set, and Campbell would love to have one right here. Oh, nearly had it. Benitez saves it. Now Minor in system. Kala into the back corner, and Campbell's won 3 straight points.
It was a smart serve by Maddie Minor to kind of challenge that cross court, making Nakia Benitez have to move and play that ball.
So timeout Winthrop. And Tammy, you know come tournament time how important it is to salvage every point down the stretch. How does Campbell ride this momentum to close out set 1?
Campbell needs to just play some really solid defense here. Another aggressive serve by Maddie Minor, taking Winthrop out of system would be great. I think if they can do a little better job of setting up their block and really pressing hard, then they can make Winthrop make an error.
Melody Page taking over in this match as well. 2 kills and a block early on, Tammy.
I think that's why Coach Grohl has Melody Page often start in the front row. She's so just enthusiastic when she gets those kills. It gets her team going. She has so much confidence there on her block, and having her and Maddie Minor start in those rotations definitely helps get Campbell going.
See her chomping on some gum in set 1. There's no nerves from the junior. A little bit of intensity here in this first set, something you like to see come tournament time.
Yes, expect to see, I would say, from all these players. And as Sarah Collum mentioned this week on Go Camel's social media, she's been waiting for this her whole career. This is what they're playing for. So I think all of the players out here are thinking that.
A rematch of the 2019 final that Winthrop won in straight sets. That goes into the net, so point Campbell. Now we're even at 23.
Just as Campbell needed there, a good setup on their block, force an error by Winthrop.
Maddie Minor back to serve. That's 3 straight points from the service line for the 5th-year senior. Owens pushes out. Shepard misses long, and set point for the Camels.
We'll have a challenge by head coach Chuck Ray on the in or out.
Winthrop with the challenge. And Tammy, this is a critical spot, trying to stop a 4-0 run and really could flip the whole momentum of this set.
Yeah, so if Winthrop wins the challenge, it ties it up. We're at 24-24 in the first set. Campbell, or sorry, it'd be 23-23. Or Campbell would stay here at 24-23. And as we talked about, you want to win that first set. You want to get that pressure off a little bit, like, yes, we have a set completed.
Looks to be out on first glance.
I would agree. I think it was just out. Not a bad shot by Carly Shepard. She's trying to work that deep cross-court shot away from Clara Infector a little bit.
You know, the more you watch, the more you think it's actually in, but this could be the best angle right here.
Yes, I think the line judge looked pretty confident. Look outside her foot, or where it would be in line with her foot more so. I think it is still out.
Okay, so if the call stands, what must Winthrop do to extend this set?
Well, they're going to be in serve receive, so they really have to. They want to be more in system on their pass. I think they really need a solid pass that has Jenna Owens up on the net. And then she's going to have to decide who she goes to between Carly Shepard or Brooklyn Thomas on that play. I'd probably still push it out to Carly Shepard and have her work her angles and around the block.
Worth noting, Tammy, in this 7-match win streak for Winthrop, only 3 sets dropped. Winthrop's been dominant in this run and now in danger of losing the set with this challenge coming up. There you go, set point for the Camels. So Minor back to serve, the fifth-year senior who elected to return for her final season. Now looks to put away set one.
Winthrop passing with just 2 passers in the back row right now, too.
Shepard, off hands and down. Huge swing, 5th of the set for Shepard. .24 apiece, the float serve from Jansky. Kala, that is into the back corner, and Campbell was set point.
Great heads-up play there by Sarah. I think she was going for that kill shot. Kind of came down into the block, and next time she went a little higher in deep corner.
Chloe Cook serves for the set. Shepard, long, and Campbell comes back with the final 3 points of set one. They take it 26-24. When we return set two, as the Camels, the number 2 seed, hanging on to a 1-set lead.
Power isn't born.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Power isn't born. It's built over time. For over 65 years, Hercules Tires has been providing the muscle to move more drivers. Whatever the vehicle, whatever the terrain. And we back it with a powerful protection plan. So wherever the road or the trail takes you, we have the selection, value, and strength to get you there. Hercules Tires. Ride on our strength.
There's not a secret to what actually happens behind the scenes at a bank. Here at First Citizens, we're trying to educate the client in each step of what's actually going to happen and actually have them make the educated decision around what steps and what options they utilize. We want to become that trusted advisor that actually guides them down that road, helping you reach your goals. That's Forever First.
Well, folks, it's only 8 a.m. and it's going to be another hot one. Today's high is 85 degrees with lows ranging in the upper 50s. Tomorrow's more of the same, plus some light wind coming in from the northeast. Coming up at 8:30, Paul's got an exclusive
Babe,
heartwarming
it's
story.
8 a.m.
Fried chicken, better with Pepsi.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
And now Pepsi presents What Fans Like, because Pepsi knows what fans like.
What fans like is a competitive first set, Tammy.
Yeah, it is.
And certainly in that one, Winthrop up 23-22. Campbell comes storming back with 4 straight points. Big momentum turn late in the set.
That's exactly what we wanted to see here, but Maddie Minor setting up Sarah Kala there. Haley Wilson getting in some good swings. I think what Campbell was able to do is those last few points force Winthrop to make a hitting error. A couple of hitting errors that led to the outcome.
That error by Shepard was the final point of the set. Just the first time in the last 8 matches Winthrop has dropped a first set. Remember, entering this match on a 7-game win streak. Momentum certainly key in this one. How does Winthrop respond to Campbell's early strike?
I think Winthrop really needs to get Morgan Bossler going. They're going to be looking because she's such a big part of their offense. And so they're going to want to get the ball to her more and see what she can do.
Kala with 5 kills for Campbell. Shepard had 8 in the first set. And an early miss. Brooklyn Thomas goes to the near line. So Winthrop in that first set hit 098. Campbell's defense entered this match with the best opponent hit percentage in the conference. Top 5 in the country, and it shows right there.
It speaks to the work of Claire Infector and Layla Green and the setters, Emily Mitter and Maddie Miner for Campbell in the back row in digging and setting up their offense, just keeping balls off the floor.
Miner, who ended the set on a 5-0 run, now starts the second. And Bossler dug off the shoulder of Miner. Good quick twitch defense. Factor with the dig. Led the conference in digs this year. Second to only Jansky, who's right here for Winthrop. Miner goes middle. Page off hands, and Mel with a quick point as she responds. That's her 3rd kill.
And you see Campbell putting the pressure here on Morgan Bossler, setting up Melody Page. Morgan Bossler often left by herself to defend the opponent's middles.
Leave her one-on-one. Boy, Thomas flew into the air. That's an explosive swing from the freshman. That's her 3rd kill. Now, in fact, a sophomore from Blythewood, South Carolina. The COVID years have me all confused. Redshirt freshman, but a sophomore on paper.
Right, and an extra year of eligibility, probably, so you could see potentially longer
You're going to have
career.
a lot of possible 6-year players. It'll be quite the debate down the stretch. Page insistent, picked up. Shepard off hands, and that's a point for Winthrop. Carly Shepard, 6 kills and already 16 swings for the Eagles. Shepard hit .524 against Upstate in the final match of the regular season. Very impressive late in the year for Winthrop. Cook off hands and dug up by Jansky. Campbell and system here with Miner. Goes middle. Ooh, got to the floor. A little self-defense from Benitez, not enough. 2 kills in the set for Page.
Again, why Campbell starts out with Melody Page in the front row. When Maddie Miner gets her that quick tempo ball, and she has so much space there to just crush it down right behind the attack line.
Page is hitting .300 this year. That would be the 5th best mark in single season history. As Shepard wants enough of the facts, she wants the points. 6 kills for Shepard. Such a presence for Winthrop, leaning on the young freshman, Carly Shepard. Was not named the freshman of the year. That was Sydney Palazzolo from High Point. Got the 2nd most votes and is playing really well here in the month of November.
She really is, and as we were saying yesterday, can you really call these freshmen anymore after all the experience they've had the last 3 months? It's still impressive nonetheless.
Benitez is blocked by Page, and a proactive second set from the juniors middle. So Sarah Kala here to serve. In 2019, she led the conference in points per set, but has revolutionized her game, is now a right side heavy player for this team. This year, 2.83 points, which leads Campbell's offense. The float serve, a little bit of a weapon that time. Bossler on the slide, and it's scooped up by Kala. And Miner slipped out of her wrist there. That's been a huge emphasis for Sarah Kala in her career, playing all 6 rotations, and Greg Gora will need more of that tonight.
Yes, and actually you see she's subbed out this time though, but she can play all the way around if they need to. If they gets to a point in the set where they need Sarah to stay in, they could do that. But she's just grown so much over her career. Like effective serve, as we just saw there, she's really been mixing up from a deep flat serve to one that just drops in right in front of the passers.
So Morgan Bossler to serve. Finished 5th in the conference in hit percentage and cannot get to that one. Good dump by Miner. Her 2nd dump down kill. It's very elusive how she does it as well.
It really is. It often fakes the fans out when they're watching. And that's a one that she's developed. You usually see Maddie Miner throw that kill to the middle of the court. She's really developed this one that she sends back to left front. in the last couple months.
So Mitter rotates in at the setting position, and Benitez tips it off the hands. Busy first 2 sets for Nakia Benitez, 5 kills. And Winthrop needs a lot of offense from Benitez. She has to replace, gosh, such a talented lineup last year with Yamaguchi at the setting position, not in this lineup anymore, graduating and playing professionally. It'll be up to Owen to keep her proactive today. Wilson sneaks it through the hands of Listico. And we've noticed in the second set, the middle is getting a lot more involved in these first 6 points.
As Campbell knows well, getting their middles involved early is important, so it opens up things for Chloe Cook and Sarah Kalla, Nanda Patterson, and Layla Green.
That's an ace for Layla Green. And Campbell had just 1 ace in the first set, pick up their first 2 in the second.
And I think as much as Winthrop needs Morgan Bossler to try to get her more involved, Campbell needs to have Layla Green to make this match a little easier.
Remember, Campbell led the conference in aces in the spring. Here in the fall, they finished 7th in the conference. And once again, Fector is everywhere, scooping that ball up. Jansky does the same. And in system, Listico finds the floor. That's her 3rd kill.
I like how Listico made herself available even behind the setter there, making sure she was in the air, ready for that quick tempo set.
And Chuck Ray loves the toughness from Listico. Missed the last 2 years due to a shoulder injury. Elected to come back for her final season in the fall and is making her presence felt in the middles. There's a service error for Benitez. As a coach, what does it say when each of these teams have 1 to 2 players who elect to return and want to win a championship here in their final season?
I think it speaks to how much they enjoy being a part of the program, and of course they love playing volleyball and don't want to let that go.
Oh, was there a touch at the net? Yes, there was, as Shepard gets the point. And she's just a true freshman joining the party, but gets the benefit of a tip there, I believe, by Wilson. Greg Gorel's already burned 1 of his challenges. He keeps the 2nd in his pocket. What a rocket, but long from Kalla. Greg Gorel mentioning in the offseason, Kalla focusing on changing her speed and tempo of shots, but a lot of heavy swings from Kalla today.
Yes, and I think on those shots right there, she's just still working. She knows she's going up against Brooklyn Thomas, Morgan Bossler, big block.
Kalla this time goes soft. Owens in transition, pushes it to Thomas, and rejected out. Point Winthrop, and that's a 3-0 run for the Eagles.
Winthrop really being able to use Campbell's block. I don't think Campbell's getting their hands over in time. All the hitters are very fast swings you see some Winthrop, so that's tough.
Kalla goes off hands as well, touches Bossler. And Chloe Cook, who was quiet in set 1, just 1 kill on 12 attempts, gets her first kill here in the second. Both teams' offenses come into play in set 2, each over 300 in hit percentage. After it was a slog and a grinded out first set. Thomas cross court and in. Impressive swing from Brooklyn Thomas, her 5th kill.
I like this cross court aggressive swing by Brooklyn Thomas, catching Maddie Miner off guard to that ball going to the right by the sideline.
Brooklyn Thomas, 2.5 kills per set. Her hit percentage has jumped 50 points in the last month. Such a huge presence down the stretch. As Winthrop's won 7 straight. Their loss that started the stretch was against Campbell here on October 12th. Cook, tight angle, and a bunch of bodies in on it. Same on the dig, and finally returned by Jansky. Miner goes outside. Kalla gets hands from Bossler, and Sarah Kalla up with a team-high 6 kills.
Nice job by Maddie Miner, and I'll say Melody Page making herself available, and then Maddie Miner setting over the top of Melody Page and Sarah Kalla.
Because that's what slows down Bossler from sliding over, correct?
Absolutely, and made her a little late, and so Sarah was able to take advantage of their late hands.
That's a 3rd blocking error for Winthrop in this one. That's an antenna touch off the swing. So Campbell's back up 1. This is a 3-0 spurt. Certainly in set 2, the way Campbell came back to win the first set, 26-24. This is a crucial stretch for Winthrop.
Yes, they're going to want to in these next few points. They can't let Campbell get on a run here.
Owens backslide to Bossler. Ooh, great dig by Fector. Banner scoop and freed over. That was Cook getting after it. Another dump down, and Owens finds the floor to tie this set at 11.
Smart play by Jana Owens there, knowing that Campbell was scrambling on their side. And she takes matters in her own hands. She's front row right now, jumps up, one-handed dump.
Jana Owens, 41 kills, much like Minor. Those two very effective offensive.
And when you have offensive setters like that, that's just one other thing you have to worry about in the back row.
Ooh, Melody Page with a tight angle. However, that was called out on the far line. So 12-11 Winthrop here in the second set. Campbell won the first, 26-24. 25th all-time matchup, and it has come down to the wire here with a trip to the Big South Finals on Sunday. Ooh, good touch by Kala to keep it up. Owens now leaves it up for Bossler. There's Fector. Kala again. A rocket to the near side. 7 kills for the senior.
And I don't know if you saw it, Evan, but yeah, Melly Page, Layla Green got caught. Morgan Bossler had no block. But smart play by Maddie Meyer. Morgan Bossler was caught on the right side of the court, and Maddie Meyer reversing it back to Sarah Kala, and she had a one-on-one.
Sarah Kala, the 12th member of the 1,000 kill club in Campbell history. Crossed that mark about 3 weeks ago. Ooh, that was close to the line. Minor with some senior vision there. I wasn't sure if I was going to leave that one floating down the line.
She saw that pretty early, called it pretty. She's very confident in that. That's a close one, though, to leave.
I tell you what, I know she's a fifth-year senior, but if I'm on the team, I'm going after that ball. I'm not letting it fall to the floor.
I think I would do the same.
Alongside former Campbell Camel, Tammy Freeze, Sarah Kala with the ace. Very proactive match for Kala, involved with 4 assists, now an ace and 7 kills.
Sarah Kala has been so comfortable with her serve this season. Really mixes it up on the serve receive of her opponents lately, throwing deep serves, short serves, keeps them guessing.
Remember in 2019, Kala was top 5 in aces. That's fallen off the last 2 years, but always a weapon at the service line. Ooh, Benitez with a missile to the far corner.
Benitez with such a fast arm swing, and the block was there for Campbell set up, but again, late though with their hands, and she's able to just power through that space.
Nakia Benitez just crossed the 700-point mark in her career. And what a weapon for Chuck Ray here in year 5. Green does the same into the hands, and down for the point. Lily Lustico with a busy set at the net. That's another block. Race to 15 here in this first set with the media timeout looming. The senior all-conference Bossler to serve. Minor goes middle. Patterson is blocked by Lustico, and Winthrop's front row, 3 blocks in the set, leading to a media timeout. It's Winthrop leading by 1 as the Eagles impressive at the net here in Buies Creek. So welcome back to Gore Arena here in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina, as Nakia Benitez stops the swing from Page. And Winthrop with 4 blocks in this set.
Winthrop doing a really good job just keying in, reading the setter's set, and be set up on that attacker.
Minor and system. Green, that's a nice swing down the line. Layla Green only her first kill. It feels like she's had a lot of attempts, 12 swings. There's her first today.
It's really surprising there. You don't see that. Usually Layla Green gets something early on. It's an interesting matchup here, though. She's up against Jana Owens now. Maybe she'll have more space.
Green averages 2.6 kills per set and gets a dig that time. Gross, oh, nope, that stayed away from the antenna. So Winthrop leads by 2.
Elise Gross wanting to set up a hittable ball for Layla Green on the outside. Just overthought about what she was doing.
Winthrop has won 7 straight matches, rolled past Presbyterian in 4 last night. Bump set for Green. Great dig. Owens keeps it up. And Benitez into the net. That's a 4-touch. And Campbell responds with a point. Winthrop in the second set, Tammy, hitting .250. They double their hit percentage from set 1. And that has been a critical reason why the Eagles have the lead. Ooh, that's a rocket into the net. Campbell's 4th service error of this game, along with 3 aces. And here's Nakia Benitez to serve. The Winthrop Eagles, who were 8th in the conference in aces. Wilson blocked by Lustico. Patterson, good scoop save, and is ruled out of play. Brooklyn Thomas has an argument to be made here because, Tammy, that ball did not cross the antenna. It stayed on the inside, but our head referee is all over it. Morgan Shannon with the conversation.
Yeah, and I don't know if they think that because she's on the line, I don't know how much leeway. I don't believe you can be on the line, that line that extends out from the center line, and she was definitely on it. You can, I think, let the momentum take you in and over it.
Thomas, a tip at the net. Oh, no. No touch at the net. Ruled out. Had me fooled there. All tied at 18.
I didn't see the touch, though.
And Chuck Ray has a challenge available here. Will he use it? There you go. Challenge initiated. To my first glance, there was a touch. However, referees all conferred and said no touch of the net. So we'll see with this replay.
And I think this is one of the most difficult reviews you can make when it's a touch call, because you have to have that camera angle that can allow you to kind of really zoom in, because it could be a pinky, it could be just a finger. And if you can't see that, there's not enough information to overrule.
Campbell with a challenge in the first set. They lost the challenge. It resulted in the Camels having to go on a 4-1 run to finish out set 1. They won 26-24. This is the type of swing point that Winthrop would love to earn, putting them up 2 and a real chance to even this match at 1 set apiece.
Yes, and then you're going into a third there. Both teams now having a set under the belt, but then going into that third with, you could say, back to more pressure.
When these teams met in the regular season, it was just the same way. Winthrop split the first 2. Campbell dominated sets 3 and 4. And something about that match that Chuck Raven mentions was the amount of success Campbell had feeding their outside hitters. Green had 17 kills, Kala had 11, and really no answer from Winthrop. Today, Layla Green, we've mentioned just the 1 kill, and really outside of Sarah Kala, no one else has found their offensive success.
Yes, it's going to be interesting as they continue, because Layla Green definitely needs to be picking it up in the number of kills she gets. You can't shy away from getting her those attempts, so she's going to have to really work a little harder to be successful on her attacking. And what Campbell has been known for all season is that they do spread their offense, though. So it's not just Sarah Kala, it's not just Chloe Cook, but every hitter has to be on for it to still be effective.
These touch calls of the net, some of the hardest to make in this sport. And now our decision is coming through. The call stands. So no net touch ruled on this play.
And there's no definitive of the ball really kind of changing direction. You can also look for that too. And I didn't see anything there, but your eyes might be better than mine still.
So Claren Fector on the float serve. Well, that's the truth, but not the same as the official ruling. Nice block. Cook gets her hands on it. And from a challenge to a roof, that's a huge three-point swing.
And this is where we came down to the first set of these last 6-7 points. So crucial.
Jansky returns. Shepard blocked, and Benitez saves it. Minner in system. Kala off hands and down for the point. A match high 8 kills, sparking a 4-0 run.
Sarah Kala showing just how aggressive and effective she can be, even if she's going into the blocker's hands. It's so hard and driven. That was nice high hands off of Carly Shepard.
Sarah Kala taking over this match. And Tammy, truly this was a player in Kala who had to change positions this year, didn't have a great offensive success. What have you seen from the senior outside today?
Just confidence, and she's had such a good season. I think she's really come into her comfort zone. She's been comfortable on that right side. She was actually a right side when she was in high school, but became an outside hitter playing all the way around. And this year she's just been able to focus on blocking, attacking. She does serve and play defense still, and I think it's just allowed her to come into her own.
We'll see what Sarah Kala has done in this match. Not only 8 kills, but very active early.
She's really good at turning that ball down the line on that right side as a right-hander. And I think if you ask any of the coaches in the conference, you know, who stands out on Campbell's team, I mean, there's so many great attackers, but they would probably say Sarah Kala first.
Sarah Kala, the preseason player of the year in the spring, did not live up to those expectations. Here she is now playing some of her best volleyball down the stretch. Remember, Campbell stormed back on a 4-1 run to win the first set. There's Kala, who this week said this is the moment she's been waiting for her entire career. Get back to a Big South tournament. Shepard, the true freshman, is tasting her first playoff experience and is dug up by Fector. Thomas, tight down line to Fector. Here's Green from the 10-foot line, and Benitez scoops it up. Nice tip from Cook. Saved by Jansky and over Listico. Cook again to the corner. And Chloe Cook goes over the line. A foot fault. Big point for Winthrop.
I can say I didn't see that. I was watching the ball from Chloe Cook's tip cross court, so didn't see her land.
Nonetheless, Winthrop back within 1. Minner to Cook again. This time well behind the line, and she rolls it down for the point. That's one way to ensure you know the violation.
Right. Go back to her again, and she made it happen.
Cook, the honorable mention all-conference outside hitter, sets it up for Maddie Miner, the second leading ace getter in the Big South. She's had 2 aces and some quality serves today.
Campbell coming back into this rotation they started in, which is a good position for them.
And there's your 3rd ace for Maddie Miner. Campbell 3 points away from a dominant 2-set lead. The 5th-year senior, 5 assists per set. Now trying to take over from the service line. Shepard has other ideas and into the roof. Kala and Page get their hands on it.
This is a big block move by Sarah Kala. She's by herself really and reached into that space that Carly Shepard thought she had.
Sarah Kala, 8 kills, 4 digs, 3 blocks. You couldn't have asked a much better performance from the senior outside hitter. If you're Winthrop here, Tammy, needing a nice run to continue this match, how do they slow down the momentum that Campbell's built?
They have Carly Shepard up there, Morgan Bosler in the front row. One, they have to settle that pass. They've really gotten out of the system a little too much and establish something here. I would run something with Morgan Bosler. They have to have that pass so they can kind of get her involved. She's really good if she can run up the middle and be one-on-one to make a play.
Winthrop started this set hitting 200. The hit percentage now down to 061. Credit Campbell's front line. It's been a lot more difficult for Winthrop to get quality swings in this set.
We've seen a better job blocking on Campbell's side and Winthrop's side. We've seen more blocks in this match. They're starting, I think, to recognize what the hitters are trying to do, getting that timing of when they need to be up and have their hands pressed over. And we've really seen Campbell come along with that in these last part of this set.
Winthrop with 3 players in the top 10 in the conference in points per set. However, the offense has gone dry here in a Campbell run. A 4-1 spurt to take the lead. Owens finds Bosler. There's Minor. Vector comes from the back row for a bump set. Now Owens in transition. Bosler to the floor. A dominant swing from the all-conference senior, her second kill.
And that's the first transition play like that I've seen from Winthrop where they really pushed that ball to the front row, allowing Janet Owens to go to Bosler.
Can Winthrop build on this momentum? Try to pull a reversal of set 1 as Gorniak serves it deep to Kala. Kala has to just get a fingertip on it. Owens out to Shepard. Down line and saved by Green. Cook. Nice dig by Gorniak. And Benitez saves it. Campbell in transition. Kala rockets one up in the air. Jansky. Shepard. A second chance. Bosler wins the joust. Now Winthrop in transition. Owens to Shepard. Roll shot scooped up by Kala. Cook's turn, and Benitez finds it. Bosler, a save from Vector. Green frees it over. Bosler on the slide and out. A huge rally 1, setting up set 2.
This is great play, though, by both teams. What an incredible rally. And these teams doing some impressive things. Ball control, setting balls out of system, diving on the floor, making some very smart shots.
Set point here in set 2. Winner on to the championship final tomorrow. And a service error takes the air out of the building.
That energy after a rally like that, sometimes as a server you have to go back and calm yourself a little bit so you don't over attack the ball.
Winthrop needs a 3-point swing to extend this set. Shepard to serve. Campbell swings for the second set. Kala's done it all night. Is kept up and freed out of play. So Sarah Kala with her team high 9th kill terminates set 2, 25-21.
Sarah Kala just knowing what's on the line here, and it's so nice to see her so comfortable. And in that pressure situation, we're like, I got to put this ball away so we don't let Winthrop back in it.
Campbell closes the set on a 5-2 run as Kala puts away the second. We'll take a timeout here on ESPN+. Here's your first half stats between the first two sets. Tammy, we've seen both teams heavy in digs so far. Really the difference in this game has been Campbell with a couple of critical kills to put them out in front.
Yes, you see a few less errors than Winthrop, and still so statistically close, but it's going to come down to just an error here, error there that makes the difference.
Campbell won in 4 sets when these teams last met. It's following a similar script, pulling out those first 2 sets here in Buies Creek. Because here's why it matters, right? We're in the Big South Conference tournament. We have fans not making a lot of noise, but they're enjoying it so far. And certainly, if you win this match, you get to watch the final match coming up tonight and prepare for a championship final.
And you gotta wonder if, Campbell going into this now being 2 up, do they feel comfortable? Are they gonna play more relaxed? Is Winthrop going to play more tense, having that little bit more pressure on, or are they gonna come back just really strong and aggressive?
Winthrop has battle-tested 7 straight wins. Now facing a 2-set deficit. Maddie Miner, who started each of the first 2 sets of the service line in this rotation, begins set 3. Owens out to Benitez, and that shot is long. Tammy, if you're Chuck Ray, his team is battle-tested in this spot. How do you manage the nerves that start to unfold when your team falls behind in the 3rd set?
Well, you rely on your captain and Jana Owens for sure. Being in this position, you rely on the experience of Bossler and Benitez to remind them, like, listen, we've been here before.
That's the first action for Alicia Davis in the back row. She plays the middle back position and is tested, hands to the net, point Chloe Cook on the kill. So Colin with 8, Paige has 4, and now Cook with 3 kills.
Well, and speaking of making adjustments, it's something that head coach Chuck Ray does really well, and you see him starting Nakia Benitez in this 3rd set where in the last 2, Carly Shepard has been front row.
Campbell has targeted Davis twice on serves, and Green to the floor. Cook's turn. Oh, that's a rocket. Got some hands to the net and in the back row. Campbell with a 3-0 start, leading by 2 sets. Not the ideal start for Chuck Ray's club.
Now they're looking to get this first pass, get this first kill here to get them settled.
Jansky overpass. Owens kept it alive, but no help. So the Camels with a nice lead to start set 3. This is the perfect way Greg Gorel had drawn up the set.
And Campbell, I think you're going to find them now that they're up 2-0, going to play a little more loose, a little less stints probably.
Meanwhile, Winthrop struggling on serve receive. That's been their strength during the regular season. Miner insisting to Page and mistimed the hit. So Winthrop's first point. Neither team hitting it great in this matchup. 165 to an 060 hit percentage.
It's a lot of attempts on both teams, though, and that speaks to, again, the defense being so effective. Both sides digging lots of balls up, keeping kills from happening.
Already 40+ digs for both teams. And Bossler with a dig. The joust won. Now, Tammy, I'm always curious, because you played the front row in your career. That ball, as long as it stays perpendicular to the net, Paige can play it. You have to give Owens the chance to go up there vertically on that play?
Not if it's in the plane. She could definitely go up. And sometimes you don't want to take that risk, though, if it is really close, so you don't get called as an overcall.
That's an error for Chloe Cook. Nonetheless, a smart play by Paige at the net.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I got on that one, yes.
Alongside Tammy Freeze, Evan Budrovich with you. Big matchup in the Big South semifinals. Winner on Championship Sunday. They'll take on either High Point or North Carolina A&T. Nice touch by Lustico, who's been busy at the net. 2 kills, 4 blocks for the senior.
A nice heads-up play as Olive Campbell seemed crash towards the net to try to cover that block. She threw it to the deep court.
We also see Colleen Siebold get her first action, number 15 in the maroon. And a return right there. Benitez tight to the net and ricochets off the block. Strong kill, 7 for Benitez.
I like that strong swing from Benitez, showing that she's not done yet. This is her last match, her last year, but I think you'll find her going down fighting.
Nakia Benitez, a 5th-year senior, has done it all for this program. 2-time champion. Listico touches it over. Gross on the bump set to Kala. Nice dig in the back row. Benitez shoots it long. And we've seen Winthrop go to its bench with Davis and Siebold. A chance to a lineup that's been so flexible throughout the year and leaning on that here in the third set.
I think Coach Ray is looking just to change things up a little bit, see if they can give Campbell something different to look at.
They've looked at Sarah Kala with 8 kills tonight. That's a match high. She had the most votes of all second team members. Just missed the first team. And a little miscommunication kill for Colleen Siebold, the redshirt junior from Weston, Florida. It was a High Point heavy all-conference team. You looked at the first team squad. 6 players for High Point on the first team. Only players to crack the list were Morgan Bossler of here of Winthrop and Peyton Thompson of Charleston Southern.
Such a tough decision, I think, on the coaches and the votes. But when you have so many great players in this conference, and especially these teams here that have made it to the conference tournament, there's so many good players. It's hard to choose.
We'll see Edie Brewer tonight, who's also on the first team from North Carolina A&T. What a challenge for the Aggies, who dropped both matches to High Point in 4 sets. That'll be a difficult matchup as the number 4 seed tonight against the reigning champs in High Point. Siebold off hands and blocked by Green, who rotates into the front row and gets her hands on it. What have you liked from Green's performance, despite not great numbers, but leaned upon heavily from Greg Worrell tonight?
I think what Layla's done, well, even if she's not seeing the offensive game that she wants, she's doing her job in the back row with passing and defense. And that's what you want to do. You don't want to let parts of your game, if one part's not going well, don't let the others be affected.
Not an ideal start for Winthrop. Negative .250 hit percentage in this set. The Eagles need to win this set to extend the match, dropping 26-24 and 25-21 as Mitter with the service error. That's 5 errors for the Camels, 4 aces tonight. That's a decent number if you're Greg Worrell.
Yes, you want to balance that, still being aggressive, which they're really trying to do, take Winthrop out of system.
Mitter in system. Patterson down line and misses long. No hands at the net. So Winthrop back even at 8.
I was thinking a touch on that one too. And if you're Coach Grohl, though, do you throw your challenge at this point?
Does have 2 of them. That would be early. Or no, he used one early in this match. Green off the block. Saved by Mitter and freed from Fector. Owens, tight set to Bossler. A wicked rally in set 3. Another save. That was Benitez. Here's Green. Off hands and up. That's a pancake. Oh, it touches the floor. Oh my goodness. Chuck Ray beside himself.
Let's see if you can see it here.
Ooh, that ball's up.
Yeah, I think the way the ball like hit there, just on the edge of her hand, and that ball popped up. Pretty good height, but that's not one you can review.
That's a big break for Greg Worrell's club. That point should have continued. And Green takes advantage with an ace, and now momentum is really on the side of the Camels.
You don't want, if you're Winthrop, to allow a 3-4 point lead at this point.
So Layla Green continues to serve. She has 2 aces tonight and gives one back with an error. You can tell the tense nature of these players at the service line. Not that these teams are great serving the ball throughout the year, but it amps up even more so in a Big South semifinal.
Yes, I think they know a little bit more pressure, you could say. I mean, they're used to knowing that they have to serve aggressive, but more so keeping it in. You see Campbell really has tried to throw some shorter serves in.
Chloe Cook shoots one long. And that was one-on-one. She had the block beat. So instead, Winthrop evens this match at 10 in set 3. 5 ties in this set. Such a close, hard-fought third set.
And you see each set we've gone down to where it's point 18-19, and there's more back and forth.
Tight angle for Cook, who goes middle to Benitez. Now Shepard, roll shot. Campbell in system, one-on-one for Cook. Blocked by Bossler. The all-conference middle showing her presence.
I love seeing Morgan Bossler with the presses that she does. When she's one-on-one, she just sees so well, and her hands are so wide, able to go one direction or the other.
Morgan Bossler, top 5 in blocks in the Big South as well. Oh, Wilson, wicked angle. It went from net to court, and she hit the Campbell side of the net. You never see that.
It trickled over. Kills kill.
It's in the record books, I guess, when you look at it all these years later. Tammy Freeze, how many career kills did you have at Campbell? I never kept track.
Not enough.
Not enough to be in the record books. Jana Owens, that's a nifty set up to Shepard, and Mitters sniffs it out. Kala, cross court, off hands, Jansky saves it. Shepard with a tip. Winthrop hitting negative 250 in this set. Frees up Cook one-on-one, and she wins the matchup to the back row.
Someone we probably don't mention as much on Campbell's side, but what I was just impressed with there's Emily Mitter and her defense. She really is aggressive and has this intensity to making sure balls are off the floor.
Bossler kept up. Oh, Kala dives into the scorer's table. Both these teams giving tremendous effort, but a nice kill from Bossler, who's picked up in this match now with 3 kills. However, Tammy, that's on 20 attempts. Campbell will live with that number.
Yeah, I think they know with Morgan Bossler, if they can contain her, Benitez, you're not going to stop them completely, but you can slow them down.
Big error for Carly Shepard, the all-freshman team member. Tammy, this was neat. These teams were picked 2nd and 3rd in the preseason poll. They both finished 2nd and 3rd in the spring, and they both met in the conference finals in 19. There's a little bit of animosity when these two get after it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Campbell wanting some revenge from the 2019 year. Winthrop trying to take that championship back.
Benitez off hands. What a touch by, oh my gosh, Factor saved it. And Cook frees it over. Owens back to Benitez. Into the corner. Green a hand on it. Miner saves it and it's over. Owens goes again for Bossler. Great defense from the Camels here at home. And Benitez puts the point away to the back row. The toughness of Winthrop earning a hard-fought point.
That was just a great rally there. Jana Owens setting up Benitez well. And Benitez just seeing the court. She's got that block up against her, but she is seeing the little bit of space they are giving her, and she's taking it.
Tam, we talk about momentum. What a huge point for Winthrop here at 13 a pop. And Miner on the dump fooled everyone in the building. That's her 3rd kill.
Maddie Miner recognizing that Morgan Bossler is in the back row, someone that doesn't stay back there and play defense, and taking advantage of that speed that wasn't there.
Chloe Cook on the float serve, targets Alicia Davis off the bench. And Benitez, ooh, that's kept up. That would have gone out. Instead, Benitez frees it over. Miner in system. In the middle and terminated down the pipe for Melody Page. Campbell wants a straight set win here in the semifinals, and they lean on Melody Page here in set 3.
Melody Page there with a big swing, and that's what Campbell is known for. And if they keep that up, then they're going to be able to keep this lead.
It's bow time. The workday might be ending, but your family's hunger is still gearing up for the night shift. Now you could unload groceries, chop, dice, mince, preheat, heat, slap around the smoke detector, and then celebrate with a big old pile of dishes. Or you could just drop a big bow box on it. Because when you can feed the family with 12 Supremes, fixins, biscuits, and tea, you can clock out and still spend some well-earned quality time with a delicious dinner. It's bow time.
Pizza. What you got there, Dad? Oh man, the new Bacon Mania lineup from Papa John's. Oh, it's the triple bacon pizza, topped with full strips of bacon. Woo, that smell of bacon through the house has everyone showing up. And I mean everyone. It's the season of bacon at Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Welcome back inside Gore Arena. This is Big South semifinal Saturday. The winner of this matchup takes on the winner of High Point and North Carolina A&T. All chalk so far in this tournament, with a title handed out tomorrow. Dangerous float serve there from Chloe Cook. And Benitez off hands, kept alive by Fector. Benitez tight to the net, and this time she finds the floor. A match-high 9 kills for Nakia Benitez. So Tammy, if you're Winthrop, you've seen a level-headedness, a toughness in this third set. How can that resolve translate to a set win here in the third?
They just got to keep at it, and having Benitez up there early on, and she'll probably come back around again.
Off the block, good hands from Page. On the move, Benitez scooped up by Fector. Now Kala. Oh my gosh, just inside the video board, and Page dumps it down. Sharp hands from the junior, that's her 6th kill.
I think this is a great matchup here that Melody Page is not up against Bossler. She's up against Listico. I think they're going to be able to take advantage of that. Evan, I thought that ball actually might have touched the top of the scoreboard, which would have been...
And that's 25 feet up.
Yeah.
It literally almost knocked the top of the video board. This time Owens in system finds Listico, and that is down on the back line. Nice match from the senior, Lily Listico, returning from that shoulder injury. And she's provided a good presence, 4 kills, 4 blocks at the front row.
She's doing her job as a middle blocker, and if you're Campbell, you don't want some of the hitters that you don't expect to be being efficient come alive at this point.
Minor in system, 2 blockers in front and set up Green one-on-one. Shepard, that's a tight angle, and Minor digs it out. Gross keeps it up, and Green's effort a bit short. Neither team letting the ball touch the floor with ease in this one, as we're back even at 16. Wow, these teams are going to have to earn this third set. Campbell dragged out set 1, 26-24. And earned set 2, 25-21. That is off the hands of Shep or Seabold, so point Campbell.
At this point in the Big South tournament, I think every set is just going to be tough between all these teams that are here.
The top 4 teams all advanced to the semifinal match, with the reigning champs High Point awaiting tonight against North Carolina A&T. Shepard into the block, and Ananda Patterson got her hands all over it for the roof.
Credit Nanda Patterson for not only touching that block, but just lining it up well. Haley Wilson closing well against Carly Shepard.
Emily Mitter in to serve. Campbell serving has taken over in these last 2 sets. That's ruled out, so a miss hit from Listico, and now Campbell can smell this match. 6 points from the set, forcing a timeout by Chuck Ray. You've seen Campbell in this match with 7 different players notching a kill, including in these last 2 sets. Melody Page taking over, and Tammy, these teams know each other very well leading into this tournament. We mentioned in 2019 how they met in the conference final.
Yes, and Coach Burrell and Coach Ray knowing each other well. I mean, they've been coaching the last few seasons against each other. Lots of respect here from the coaches in this. They know that they have really good programs. They coach their teams well. They have strategic game plans, and you see that here today.
These 2 clubs want a ticket to the final. And more importantly, Tammy, these are 2 of the hottest teams in the league. A combined 23 wins in their last 24 matches, and that's not even accounting for High Point, who ended the season on a 5-match win streak. All 3 of these teams, and A&T included, are playing great volleyball at this point when you really need it in the season.
And that's what they talk about, like building on that momentum, and even Winthrop coming off these last several wins. They're finally finding their stride. That's absolutely what you want at this time of year.
Campbell 6 points from the match, and now Winthrop needs some quality serve receives to stay alive. Jana Owens has led the charge with 25 assists. Now she's got a long way to go to bump this up to Seabold. Mitter back to Patterson. Seabold again. Good defense from the Camels. They lead the conference in opponent hit percentage. They've held Winthrop down all night, and Green puts it away.
The best swing by Layla Green in this match, just there. Super sharp, hard cross-court shot.
Campbell can smell a sweep here at home. They want a trip to the finals. Davis has other plans off the body of Gross. Now Green. Nice save by Jansky. Davis sneaks one to the floor, and the smallest player of the court at 5'9", Alicia Davis with the kill.
And how about the confidence of Alicia Davis to come in at this point knowing that she needs to make plays and that she's in the front row.
She's only played 20 sets all season with 25 kills. Not a very common factor for Davis. Here's Seabold into the net, and Campbell 4 points from the match. Wow, Chuck Ray going deep to his bench here in set 3. A Winthrop club that has overcome a litany of injuries, down 3 starters in October. They are back and fully healthy. Now can the Campbells put this away? Nifty serve by Green, and Benitez frees it over. Miner goes middle. Wilson to the floor, and the 8th player to pick up a kill tonight. Wilson has 4 herself. Timeout Winthrop, as Campbell 3 points from the match.
And I think Campbell tasting that so close to victory. Just gonna play really loose here and really confident. And how about Haley Wilson, another senior for Campbell, just has grown so much over her 4 years. Not someone we mention a lot, but is really effective for Campbell when she needs to be.
This Winthrop club offensively hitting just 0-44 in the match, 25 errors, and that's all to the credit of Campbell's defense in these first 3 sets.
Yes, they're Clarion Fector leading that in the libero position. Campbell's done a really good job, not just digging, but they've put that ball up. The setters have done a really good job of setting out of system balls, and the pin hitters have, in Chloe Cook and Sarah Kalla, and now Layla Green coming into it, have just done a good job of finding the court.
Campbell wanted this, waited 9 years, Greg Gorel mentioned. The first time the Camels have ever hosted the Big South tournament since returning to the league and playing with a ton of confidence here in set 3. They know a trip to the finals is just 3 points away. So Layla Green continues to serve it here in the 3rd set. Campbell put the finishing touches here on a semifinal victory. Ooh, Jansky's return almost got lost and kept alive by Seabold. Mitter in system, out to Patterson. And a net violation on Winthrop. That's a costly mistake by Davis.
Yes, and if you're Campbell, you want to keep Winthrop in this rotation right here. You have Alicia Davis on the outside who, as you said, hasn't played much. You do have Bossler back in, but Seabold who didn't play early on, so it's not necessarily their best rotation.
Owens kept it alive. Now Fector on the bump to Cook. Davis, good recovery. Owens to Seabold, and a double touch. Match point for Campbell with a trip to the championship final coming up.
We'll see head coach Chuck Ray talking to the down referee a little bit about that double call.
It all comes down to this. Campbell looks to hold serve at home and book its trip to the finals. Off the block and down for the point. Campbell is on to Championship Sunday with a straight set victory. So Campbell advances to Sunday's championship final. It was the final block of the front row that put away a scrappy 3-set victory.
Campbell just so aggressive in this last set, just playing with so much confidence. How about Ananda Patterson, who we talked about in the first set? just setting up that block. No space allowed for Alicia Davis.
For Tammy Freeze, I'm Evan Budrovich. Campbell grinds out a 3-set victory here in Gore Arena and booked their ticket to Championship Sunday. They'll take on either High Point or North Carolina A&T. We'll find out who that is next. But for now, we say so long from Gore Arena. This is a presentation of ESPN. Campbell takes the match in 3 sets, and the home squad is on to Championship Sunday. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow here on ESPN+.